This Week in Geek. It is episode 99.6. We are inching our way to 100. We could probably fit in about 20 or so before we get there, unless we start using pi. Then we'll go even further. It is March 29th, 2017. I'm Rob Southgate. With me is...
Chris Mile.
And Scott Salmons.
Hey, guys. Alil said he is going to try to join us, so hopefully he will be clothed. And Phil will probably be joining us in a little bit, too. So you just got back from a trip, huh, Scott?
Yes, I did.
Where were you at?
We were in Western Kentucky. So Teresa and I's family's still there, and we lived there for many years when we were younger.
All right.
So we were down there a few days to see everybody.
You go see any movies while you were there? Get away from the family?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah. I still haven't gone to anything, so I'm kind of worthless, but we did watch a whole mess of trailers, so I'm all jacked up.
I caught a few of them. So.
Yeah. So we will definitely talk about those. Why don't we jump in? Why don't we get talking? Who's got one? Who wants to start?
All right, I will start. The list of the final 12 entrants or finalists to get into the Video Game Hall of Fame were announced. Did you hear this?
No, I haven't heard this at all.
There's supposedly a Video Game Hall of Fame got started in 2015. I think we talked about it, and they've got 12 finalists, and it's basically like a who's who. So the big ones are Donkey Kong, which I can't believe is not in there already. Mortal Kombat, Halo, Myst, Tomb Raider. What else?
This is one of those things like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How are all of these not in there?
Well, they just started, so I don't think they're putting in every video game because they'd leave none left. But a big one that people are kind of talking about, it's kind of funny, is they're putting Microsoft Solitaire for the Windows game on there as one of the great video games because everybody plays it.
Everybody plays it, but you know what? I don't think that one counts. To me, that would be that actually cheapens what you're trying to do there.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, would you feel the same way about Tetris? Because there's so many systems and computers, like the original Game Boy was sold with Tetris.
I'll tell you why I wouldn't feel the same way. All Solitaire is a digitized version of the game. Tetris is a video game. It was invented as a video game and is played as a video game. Solitaire is just Solitaire. They just digitize it and figure out a way to do it just as a time waster. It would be like Minesweep. I don't think Minesweep deserves to be in there either.
Why not? I think that's
I think they're not showing artistry. They're just a little too basic for me.
I don't know. I mean, my first exposure to Solitaire, the card game, was on the computer. I never played it with cards. And to this day, I don't take the time to set up a Solitaire board on my desk or whatever and do it. But I'll play it on the computer. Because it handles the shuffling, it handles the stacking.
Well, hopefully it doesn't have to be unanimous, because if it did, they're not getting it, because I'm not backing down.
I don't know. I don't know how many they put in, because I think it's limited to like 3 or 4. I mean,
so like 3 or 4 a year.
So what? You're not going to put Myst in there, or Donkey Kong, or Halo, or Resident Evil? Come on, I mean those.
I'd put all of them before I put Solitaire.
Yeah.
So.
Who knows?
All right, I didn't see this on here, but when is the thing announced?
No, I can't remember. It's just I just saw that it came up because
you just saw that. Okay,
I heard it on the radio when they talked about this video game thing. I think it was even WGN when I was listening to Traffic today, and they said, "Oh, and they put Microsoft Windows Solitaire on there," which I thought was fairly interesting. So,
well, I think that we'll have to do a little research on this and try to follow it. It might be a fun one to see what they put in and maybe do some reaction to that. So cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like all those lists that, somebody just makes up and says, oh, top 10 reasons why blah, blah doesn't do well or something. So
Right. So Video Game Hall of Fame, do we know where that is?
No, I can look it up though if you want.
I'm looking it up. We've got the internet.
Where's your mother?
Yeah, and GameStop closed a whole bunch of stores, was about to. So video games we are in transition again. Just like, how they've talked about how the writing's on the wall for Blu-ray, the writing's on the wall for console type gaming, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Digital, games are going
GameStop going away, starting to lose footing, it's just like when Blockbuster did. I mean, no matter what you say, when Blockbuster went out, that was the end of really the videotape era.
Well, sure, but that had been passed by. So
right, but it hurt the software industry as far as DVD and Blu-ray, and
sure.
Even now, I mean, you got Redbox, but most people get their stuff at home now. And that's just kind of how it is. Here we go. This is from Washington Post. 2017 Video Game Hall of Fame finalists are in, and they're not just arcade classics. So is there an actual place?
It's called the Strong National Museum of Play. Is the World Video Game Hall of Fame.
Okay. Yeah, I see it here.
It's in San Francisco, I believe.
All right. About the Strong. It's the largest history museum in the United States and one leading museum serving families. So there is a physical place. Mm-hmm. Woodbury School. I can't read it fast enough here. Okay. Going to have to do some research on this because that sounds like a cool place to go. Oh, the Strong's World Video Game Hall of Fame is in Rochester, New York. So, Chris, you missed it by a country.
No, it's all right. It's in America somewhere.
It's in America.
Is that the home of Dick Van Dyke?
Yes.
Rob Petrie?
I don't know.
Rob and Laura Petrie live in Rochester, I believe.
No, they were in New Rochelle.
Oh, New Rochelle.
Come on, man. Know your Dick Van Dyke. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just kind of scanning through it. I wish this had just a flat out list, but I don't see it.
Doesn't.
Yeah, not in the thing I'm looking at. I'm just going to close what I was looking at. I don't care. But that's cool.
I just went through 10 minutes of Rob being on a different webpage than me, and it was infuriating. So, if you go to the World Video Game Hall of Fame.org, it's right at the top.
Yeah, I found it, but I'm already past that. I figure that's something that we can do some research on, and we can maybe we can put up a poll for what we think people would want to vote in there. What would you guys say if you look at that list? Scott, do you have that list up too?
I'm looking at a list of games I think that are already in there.
All right, I'm pulling up the list. I am going to share it. Do you want me to share it on the YouTube channel, or do you want me to share it on our group chat?
Put it on the chat so I can see it.
Oh, here group chat.
So just to go quick, here it is.
There it is.
Resident Evil, Tomb Raider, Halo, Street Fighter 2, Portal, Pokemon Red and Green, Solitaire, Myst, Wii Sports 2005, Donkey Kong, Mortal Kombat, and Final Fantasy. Is that 6 or 7? Final Fantasy 7.
I see the press release, but I don't see the actual list. Oh, here it is. I got it. All right. So if you look at that list, what do we do? Get to pick one?
Let's pick 2 because one's not enough.
Wow.
Come on.
All right.
To me, it's pretty easy because
the original Donkey Kong.
You think that'd be number 1?
Yeah, that's got to be in there. And
it's in there, but for this voting, if you have to put these up, it's just like when we play Pop Culture Countdown and we have to come up with the top 5 and then we whittle it down to the top 3. We've been given 12 here. All right. These are the 12.
What game is more iconic of this list than Donkey Kong?
Give me your top 3. Chris, look at that list. Give me your top
Donkey
3.
Kong, I'd have to say Myst, and then I'd have to go old school and say if it's the original Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider. That would be my 3.
Scott?
I'll have to go with Donkey Kong and Street Fighter 2. Even though I'm not massively into fighting games, it was still one that I could get into and play with people. And it's to this day they're still making sequels and updates, and it's
which one did finish him? Was that Mortal Kombat?
That was Mortal Kombat. Finish him.
And then I'd have to say Final Fantasy 7. Because that was
I was actually debating on that one. I'm going to say Donkey Kong. I'm going to say Myst. I'm going to say Resident Evil.
Okay.
Because that's a different one. That's a different genre too. That's a good call.
Well, and you know what? You could probably make as I'm looking at these, you could make an argument for every one of them. I mean, they really are iconic. Do all of them eventually deserve to be in there? Yeah. I mean, like Portal and Halo are newer, and those absolutely deserve to be in there.
Yeah. Halo is unbelievable. That whole line.
Yeah. Well, and Portal, but it's obviously the 2 Portal games are 2 of the best ever.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think Portal holds up with, come on, Donkey Kong. If you put Donkey Kong and then the rest, maybe. But Donkey Kong is I mean, come on.
Yeah, as far as going into the Hall of Fame, I think Donkey Kong has to be in there before the other ones.
It's driven the entire Nintendo universe.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong. That's it. Without Donkey Kong, we're not playing, we're not playing any of those games. We're not playing Mario Kart. We're not playing Link. We're not playing any of that stuff. So,
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's,
And Pokemon Red and Green. I mean, those were the first two games that were released back in 1996. And it created an amazing franchise.
Sure.
I mean, the core games have been released every several years, and then all the side games and the trading card game, the anime.
Once again, I think you could make an argument that every single thing on here deserves it because it truly does. Wii Sports deserves it. I mean, that was revolutionary,
Mm-hmm.
And I could see how you'd say that about Windows Solitaire. But I think if I had to pick one to go in first, I'm throwing Donkey Kong in there first. So that's number one for me. Myst is number 2 for me, and Resident Evil is number 3. Those are the 3. As much as Final Fantasy is great, and Halo's great. I mean, really, the more you talk about it, you talk to me tomorrow, and I'm going to give you a different 3. But I think Donkey Kong will not change. That should go in before the rest of these.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. Think about those action adventure kind of games. Wasn't Tomb Raider one of the first of those where there was more interaction than just kind of running and shooting?
Yes.
That was my thinking on it. But yeah, I mean, I could be okay with Resident Evil. Final Fantasy
Tomb Raider and
VII
Resident
is
Evil
incredible.
Were close proximity. I mean, I think Tomb Raider was first, but what they did to gameplay was kind of in that same thing. And Final Fantasy, I mean, that really opened up a whole thing too.
Oh yeah.
Pokemon did. I mean, geez. Yeah.
So,
all right.
I'm looking at the.
Is everyone in agreement that Donkey Kong goes in?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Donkey Kong's it. We just voted. Thank you, Video Game Hall of Fame, TWIG. It's official.
And Myst has to be, I think, because it.
Yeah, but if we're only taking one. If we're taking 2, Myst is number 2. We agree.
So they've had 2 classes and they put in 8 games. So.
So we can put in
4 games each.
All right. Well, then we've got Donkey Kong, Myst, Final Fantasy, and what? Do you like? I could go.
I'd have to go Halo.
Or Resident Evil.
I think I'd have to go Halo if we already took Final Fantasy. Come on, Halo is.
Yeah,
I put in
a
Street
shooter.
Fighter before Halo.
You took what? Street Fighter. Sorry,
Street Fighter. I put Street Fighter in before Halo also.
Yeah, but I personally would take Mortal Kombat over Street Fighter because I think Mortal Kombat's more iconic than Street Fighter.
I don't know. Mortal Kombat was second. Street Fighter is the reason Mortal Kombat happened.
Yeah,
no, it is, but.
And it's still, like you said, plus there have been all those iterations of it. Like, yeah, you've got a lot of iterations of Mortal Kombat, but they're the same thing. As soon as they go outside of form, they're terrible. With Street Fighter, you had the Marvel versus Capcom. You've had all these different things that had Street Fighter characters in it. It was Street Fighter. And even now, they're still doing iterations of Street Fighter 2, the game that's, 30-some years old?
Yeah. I mean, I was playing that, 20 years old in college, and it
pumping quarters into that.
It had it, and it had. It was getting a little hairy back then. So yeah, Street Fighter has been around a long time.
Yeah, you're getting hairy now. I didn't want to say anything.
I haven't seen a razor that I like. So
all right, I'm moving on because we had a lot of stuff happen this week. A couple of things I want to save in case a Lil jumps on here, but. Wreck-It Ralph,
yes,
they announced the name of the sequel, and it couldn't be better. Ralph Breaks the Internet. I mean, is that Phil? So spot on.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Phil. We're talking Wreck-It Ralph.
Where's your boy going, Lil?
Oh, a
Mine.
little here, hopefully. So, do you guys like that title? I'm completely in love with it.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's timely enough that it can hit current events, but I think it also sounds timeless.
Well, and a lot of people are thinking, I was reading some chat stuff about it, and people are going like, oh, is he just going to go around and, he's going to get in Google and stumble through and mess it up? And yeah, I think there'll be a little bit of that, but I have a feeling that they're going to go for jokes about MMOs and things like that.
Oh yeah, I'd hope so.
I think that's what they're going to go for is the internet-based game stuff that he's going to stumble through. I'm sure there's going to be a thing where he goes into Google and he starts like mixing up files and ruins Google. Okay. But I think it's probably going to be more gaming based because that's what this series is about.
Yeah. No, they're going to go and they're going to be interns at Google, but they're going to be older and they're going to teach the young kids, some life lessons.
Oh, that could be.
That was a bad Vince Vaughn movie. I apologize.
So yeah, I'm down with that. I think that's good. I do like the idea of them doing MMOs though. That's the way it has to go in my opinion. I think that would fit with the brand, and I think it'd be really funny to see him stumbling through because we've already seen him stumble through a Call of Duty, Halo-ish type game.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to see him go through an open world, or maybe he falls into Steam and it's got all these weird little indie games and he's just going from one after the other. And, there's a ton of those that we know that we've all played, like Candy Crush and things like that you go, these are mobile games, but they're all part of the internet.
Yeah.
Stumble through that stuff. That'd be fun.
Maybe he could get into my Smurfs Village game.
That would be great. Actually, what he does is he goes in there and, hey, Scott, what's the blue stuff between Wreck-It Ralph's feet?
Oh,
Slow Smurfs.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Really? You said that?
Wow.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Him go in there and be like, hey, it's the Smurf. Oh, let's leave. Don't go in there, Penelope.
Send all your hate mail to League of Geeks.
No, now you can. Now you can call in your hate mail, 702-907-8944. Leave us a voicemail and say how much you despise that joke. Nobody reacted to that, huh? You guys must have loved it. It was funny.
Oh, no.
All right,
It's
what
the
else
shot.
do we have? Who's got one?
Another Edward James Olmos. Still not dead.
No.
Jeez, come on.
How dare you?
He is joining the new Predator movie.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is this cashing checks while you still can?
That's
this is Shane
maybe
Black,
he's
got
right?
enough money and now he's just doing stuff for the heck of it. So,
like Portlandia. This is him, or this is Shane Black doing it, right?
right.
Yeah.
I'm
excited.
supposed to be in continuity with the previous 3 standalone Predator movies.
Wait,
I was a big fan of Predators. I know that people kind of bust on it now, and I don't know why. The one with Adrian Brody, I thought that was fantastic. Robert Rodriguez directed that. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
So I give me more Predator, and let's keep exploring this. Make it cool. I think the only misstep was 2. It was okay.
That's the Danny Glover one?
Yeah, it was okay. Some of it was cool.
Bad.
Some of it was terrible. But it wasn't nearly as bad as Aliens versus Predator. That was awful. And Requiem was even worse.
Oh, jeez.
You mean
they look like big marshmallows in fishnet. It's awful.
So that's you on any given Halloween? Is that
So we're going to see that when Alil shows up in a few minutes.
Hi guys.
Hi guys, I'm a marshmallow in fishnet.
From Rocky Horror Picture Show,
right? Dr. Frankenfurter.
That's right.
So yeah, I think I'm all for it.
Me too. So
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So just to throw something else, have you guys seen the American Gods trailers?
Oh,
I mean, we didn't cover that. Oh my word!
We didn't talk about the trailer. That show is going to be unbelievable. I've got the book on the shelf right there.
Stack of Shame.
Let's see, bam! If I can point right to it. Yeah, it is on the Stack of Shame because I bought it while I started my master's program. And as we know, I can't read a book like The American Gods while I'm trying to do all this studying. So
You know what you do? Have Molly read it to you for homework.
oh my gosh. Well, I did. That's how I got through Star Wars Aftermath is I did the audiobook while I was painting. And I'm like, you know what? At least I can get through something here.
That's what I was going to say. Do they have the audiobook of that?
I don't know, but I want to dive into this thing. But man, that show looks awesome.
Paul McGann can read that, that'd be fantastic.
Oh, it'd be great.
So speaking of shame, Neil Gaiman is not somebody I've ever gotten into.
Okay.
I think I saw the movie Stardust.
But you should be.
Shame.
I guess so.
Shame.
I saw the movie Stardust.
Yeah, I haven't
That's
seen that
based
one.
on his work.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good.
But yeah, I did enjoy that. But I have not read any of his other works. I mean, what is his? I guess give me the nickel summary here.
I'll tell you what to start with. Go get the Sandman series and be amazed.
Comics.
Okay.
It's astounding. It will make you a Gaiman fan in a heartbeat. He's done tons of stuff, but to me that's a great entry point because it tells you everything. You realize this guy is a major writer, and he deals in myth, and he plays with superheroes and
Kind of a deconstruction thing at times.
not as much as Alan Moore.
Okay.
I wouldn't say, but I would say, yeah. I mean, even like he wrote. What's that one about the milk? He has like a kid's book that came out last year. He's done a bunch of kids' books.
Milk?
Yeah, Fortunately the Milk. It's excellent. It's excellent. You'd love it. And he did Coraline. Didn't he do Coraline?
Coraline, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Coraline's a
okay.
fantastic movie, fantastic book.
And then him and Terry Pratchett have done a few books together.
Well, they did. What's the name of that book they did?
Good Omens.
Good Omens is being made into a series.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
And plus he's written for Doctor Who, so
I just started reading a Terry Pratchett. I'm reading Guards. It's part of the Discworld series. Here, I told you I can't read anything. I've read 3 pages. So when I say I started, it took me like 4 nights to read 3 pages. But I can tell you all about The Prisoner's Dilemma if you want to talk about that, because I've been reading all about that for my economics class.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that Terry Pratchett's writing is absolutely top notch. I am dying to get to summer because I'm going to take the summer off from school. I'm going to read the hell out of Discworld. I'm going to try to read American Gods. I'm going to try to bang out like 10 books. It's going to be tough, but got to get some chewing gum in there, man.
Speaking of banging, who's that fully dressed gentleman who just joined us?
Yeah, hey, Lil.
Hey guys, I've been trying to join for like 20 minutes. I think something's wrong with my router, so if I start breaking up, just keep going.
Well,
that happens to guys when they get close to 40 sometimes.
That's what happened 10 years ago.
But yeah, man, we were guessing you were going to show up in fishnets tonight, so
No.
not this time.
Can you sing the sweet transvestite from Rocky Horror and Fishnets next?
That'll be for our 100th episode.
No, maybe I'll do the from Sounds of the Lambs.
V-Boy? You were V-Boy? Remember that?
Oh,
Can you guys help me get this couch in my truck?
He was a big fat person.
Oh, it's a van.
Can you help me get this couch in my van?
Yeah.
Have you seen my new Spider-Man action figure?
Oh my God.
Philly, you want to throw some barbs here, buddy.
It puts the webbing on its face.
It puts the miniature in the box.
It puts
doesn't open the box.
in the box.
All right. I'm glad I joined tonight.
Oh, you're taking it personally. Lil. Get out of here.
Not really.
I know you're not. Hey, did you guys see the trailer for 404 for Dimension 404?
Maybe.
Well, I know you did. Chris and I did a bunch of trailers today. Did you guys see this Dimension 404 trailer?
No, what is that?
When the show is over,
Watch it.
run, do not walk to watch this trailer. It's a new Hulu show. It's only 6 episodes. It's fantastic. It's like 80s cheesy sci-fi, but it's not like Stranger Things. It doesn't have that type of vibe.
Yeah, it does.
Like, no,
it's
not really. This is an anthology series. And it's kind of like watching Critters or any of those types of movies from the 80s. Creep Show. Like, it's got that weirdness. It's awesome. It's awesome. And it's got Patton Oswalt. 4 stars. 4 stars.
Oh, and Megan Mullally. I mean, it's got some good people in it playing those guest spots. So
yeah, what's his name from Community is in it? Joel.
Oh, Joel McHale.
Oh, and Tom Noonan's in it too. You guys know who that is?
Of course.
From X-Files. Awesome. And Sarah Hyland. She's the one from what's that show? Modern Family. Yeah, she's good.
Sure.
I don't know. She was on Vampire Academy. I know that. I only know that because it popped up on Joe Blow and I just clicked on it.
Sure.
I don't even know. Is Vampire Academy a movie or is that a show?
Yeah, sure.
Phil, you're all CW'd up. Come on.
Let's see.
No, that's just Phil.
It's just Phil.
That's
just the DC stuff. Just the DC
He
stuff.
sits there watching his Vampire Diaries and all that other stuff.
that's unwatchable.
Little teeny
It's
bopper
so
girls.
bad.
Speaking of CW, did you guys see the picture of Cress Williams as Black Lightning?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's another show I won't be watching. So.
Oh, he's gonna stick with that finely crafted Agents of Shield.
Ooh.
Oh.
Phil, that musical was not good.
Oh, I'm not defending that
That's
musical.
awful. That was a big pile of hot garbage.
You know, I haven't been watching any of them this year. I watched Flash the first couple seasons. I don't know. It hasn't captured me the same way, so I kind of stopped. I was like, I'll go back and binge them.
Turning on channel 50 here in Chicago didn't turn you on?
But
My Lord.
like Arrow,
Unbelievable.
and what is Arrow doing? And like Legends of Tomorrow, every time I think I'm going to like them, I just kind of go like, oh, it's a CW show, and I got that vibe off this. Even the picture, I'm like, hey, is this a reject from Legends of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the other trailer we saw, The Little Mermaids. I'm like, oh, this is a CW waiting to happen.
Yeah, you guys got to see this. Well, no, you don't have to see this trailer. So it's the live action remake of The Little Mermaid. I thought it was going to be a big Disney movie. It is not. What is this thing? It looks like a Lifetime movie. It's the world's oldest living mermaid. See, there's a Lifetime movie joke. Terrible.
Who's gotten divorced? Who's wrong?
Right. Yeah.
Is going to do better at her job? Unbelievable. It's terrible.
So bad. It's just, but the premise seems like it's kind of cool. Like we're going, oh, look, she's a circus freak. And they're doing stuff like that. We're like, hey, this could be cool. And then as it's going on, you're like, man, the acting is kind of B level. And then it went even further and you're like, ooh, yikes. This is going into Full House territory. Yeah.
So who is it? Lindsay Lohan or something?
No.
Not even that good.
Drayton. She was in the Shannara Chronicles, which was a CW.
That was an MTV show.
Right, MTV
which
show, right. It was good. I liked it. I liked that book. So,
did you like the series? Because I didn't make it past the first episode. I liked it okay, but by the end of that first episode, I was like, it was losing me, and it looked like it was going to be really cool. I think we even talked about it on here that we were all hyped for it.
They did the story. They did the story pretty much as they could on TV. The book does a lot of leaps. I like the story.
But they wanted to leap home.
Yeah, I mean, they just do some stuff, and it was really a trilogy worth of book that they put into one single edition, and they didn't.
See, I heard they CW'd it pretty good, and that's why it was oh, it's teeny, and now there's like a teen romance thing that's not really. It's a minor part of the book, but it became the focus of the show, and
Sure.
I don't know. I'll binge it at some point. Why not, right?
Yeah.
So, Lil, I know you've got news tonight, stuff you want to talk about. We avoided it.
Oh, really?
What happened this week?
Nothing. Nothing of note.
Oh, please. You jumped up and down.
Yep, that trailer for Justice League was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Actually, it was. It was really cool. But
no, it was not.
Yes, it was. Visually, it was cool.
No, it was
the
same trash we've been getting from DC.
You know what?
Just with a few extra quips.
What's the best?
Friggin' do?
The best way to watch it, go on YouTube, look up the Avengers react to the Justice League trailer. Yeah.
I thought you were saying backwards.
We got to do that.
They take that clip from Age of Ultron.
Yeah, where Ultron comes out and they're just like,
oh, come on. Totally, but that's all right.
So I got a question. Phil, you're going to know. Scott, you might know. Lil, you're not going to know. And Chris and I already know we don't know. The whole thing was Unite the Seven. There's only 5 of them in the trailer. I know that Superman isn't there because they're pretending he's still dead. So that's number 6. Who's number 7?
Lantern,
we've got Wonder Woman. We've got Robot Guy. We've got Flash.
Batman.
See, I think
I already forgot. There's somebody else. Aquaman.
That campaign died off because, like, if you see the trailers now, what they talk about, it's not Unite the Seven.
It's Unite the 5.
Yeah, because number 1, they want to hide the fact that Superman's dead.
He's not dead.
Mm-hmm.
So we know he's not dead. But it's supposed to be Green
number
Lantern.
6. Who's
Supposed to be Green Lantern?
A Green Lantern, yeah.
Oh, it's Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I bet they're holding that, and they're gonna show it like here's Green Lantern last minute, and we got a Green Lantern movie coming.
No, they're not going to put him in. They're not going to put him in this. That's why.
You don't
That's
think
why
so?
you saw the Unite the Seven. It's not
Wait, is
being
he gonna
used
rip off
anymore.
the Green Lantern mask and be turned into Deadpool?
Well,
That would
didn't
be
they?
fantastic.
Well, didn't
No,
they
he
say
rips
they're
it
doing?
off and he's the Lone Ranger.
Well, I think
Wouldn't it
they're
be
doing
on-
aren't they doing a Green Lantern Corps movie where there's going to be a bunch of them,
Yeah, that's
all the Earth?
That's
ones,
the goal right now. Yeah.
Wouldn't you say that everything they're doing is in theory at this point? Because I don't know what they're going to be able to get to. If this thing sucks, they're in trouble.
Well, did you see the other theory that's floating around now at the end of that trailer when Commissioner Gordon says, "Oh, it's nice to see you playing well with others
Bat
again."
Family.
Everyone's like, "Oh, that confirms Nightwing's in the DCEU."
No.
Well, it confirms that he's had partners before, like the Bat Family.
Well,
I mean,
we saw
we've
the
already
suit.
saw
Yeah.
Robin's
We saw the
suit,
Robin
so-
suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be a Joker Batman team up. They're just tricking us.
Yeah.
Lego team up.
Pew 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 pew.
Only,
He's gonna have the big
only
grill.
DC movie worth anything.
Yeah, he's gonna have the big grill. Gonna be doing this through the whole movie.
Be a Harley
Yeah.
Batman team up.
Scary clowns. We didn't even talk about what I wanted to talk about with a Lil. But you guys watched that It trailer?
I did.
The what trailer?
Yeah.
It.
No. Yes, I did. Of course, with you.
Nah.
Shut.
Are you kidding me?
When
It
that
didn't
clown
scare
comes
me.
out of the water, that didn't freak you out. When
No.
the clown is in the sewer, that doesn't scare you.
No.
It took Molly 10 minutes to talk Rob out from under the bed.
Oh my God.
He's still scared. That's why he can't say no. He's like the little kid at the end of the No. It'll get
I thought
you.
it was excellent. I thought it was excellent. But see, I read the book. I know Lil doesn't read, so he doesn't have that emotional impact that I did, but read the book and loved it. The ending's terrible, but I love the book. And I hope they fix this ending.
You're drinking out of a
because
chalice
that
there?
ending.
I know, I like how
read the-
Scott's like-
I read the book years ago,
He
and
pauses and has the big drink in his hand.
I read the book years ago, and the ending. It
Scott.
seemed like the ending could work in another type of genre, but for everything
Yeah,
else,
like
King had built
Dimension
up
404
to.
it would work.
Okay, yeah, but the way King had built it up to that point, looking back, it's like that seems a little odd.
Well, they have
And-
to change the ending, don't they? Or else everyone knows what's coming.
I never
changed the
saw
ending
the
because
old
it was terrible.
miniseries.
Well,
I never saw the old miniseries on TV or whatever. How
The
did
ending
they
was
do the
terrible
ending
there
on that?
too. Didn't they do
Wait,
the right
you've never
ending, Chris?
seen the original It?
No, I've read the book, but I haven't seen the miniseries. How did they do the ending there?
I
Same
don't
thing.
know.
I believe they did
Yeah,
the
it's
giant spider.
Giant spider. Yeah. It's
Yep.
stupid.
Okay.
Stupid.
I think-
It had
I
all
think-
this emotion built up, all this fear built up. Pennywise was great. It was Tim
Tim Curry.
Curry. It was great. Then it gets that ending, and you're like, "Oh, these special effects aren't very special."
Did M. Night do the series?
It's just like Watchmen, the big squid thing in Watchmen. They fixed it in the movie, and that actually worked for me in the movie. I hope they fix this ending. I hope it's completely different. And I'll tell you why it's going to be, because they're going to leave it open ended for more Pennywise to come back, because that is a freaking scary clown.
Nah. Not that scary.
Yeah, if it makes any
So
money,
tough, Lil.
they're going to try to make him like the next Freddy Krueger or something. They're going to
You're
try
my
to make 10
hero.
movies out of it.
Lil.
Freddy Krueger is my hero. That's who I love.
What if they have a Pennywise Freddy matchup?
Only if Freddy wins.
Oh yeah, he just stabs that clown.
That's it. Pops those balloons.
And then Michael Myers comes in and kills them both. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Jason.
I love them all.
All right, who's winning? Super fight.
I have a whole
We've
shelf
got-
here dedicated to horror movie maniacs.
We've got a super fight. We've got Jason, Freddy, Pennywise. Who else did we say? Michael Myers. And I'm going to throw one more curveball in there. Let's throw in Rosie O'Donnell. Who wins? I watched The View. I think she wins.
Now,
Pumpkinhead.
old, bitter Rosie O'Donnell or young, fresh-faced, like League of Their Own Rosie O'Donnell? 'Cause there's a
She was good at that movie. I like that.
She was.
So, all right, who wins? Who wins? Is it Freddie? I know Lil's just going to say Freddie. What if, okay, I'm going to add, instead of Rosie, Ash. Now we've got Ash in there. Who wins?
a little thinking about it.
I know, because he loves
going
Bruce Campbell.
You can't go.
He's thinking, how long should I go before I say
See
Freddy?
my 18-inch Bruce Campbell right up there.
Army of Darkness is all I have to say.
I agree.
Maybe
I
Ash wins by accident.
Right. Could be. What do you think?
I'm going to say Alien. I'm going to say Alien wins.
This man right here wins. That man right there. Beautiful man right there. Beautiful.
Sorry, Freddie.
How are you rubbing that book, Lil?
Huh?
Nothing.
This book is autographed. All right.
To a little.
Wow.
To my hot buttered.
Actually, this one's actually to my wife. I have 2 copies.
What is yours under glass?
No, mine's right next to it.
Is it like at the vault, like the Declaration of Independence? It drops to the basement.
To Jenny. I'm in room 344, Holiday Inn.
And I also have this book, which is another great book, Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic book.
To my hot buttered friend.
My hot buttered friend.
Bruce Campbell.
Groovy.
He is larger than life. He's crazy.
Oh, yeah, he's a good time. So, Lil, I teased it. Go ahead. What was the trailer that dropped? And I want to hear some reactions.
Was Spider-Man Homecoming? Is that what
Are you kidding? I would do the build-up for you. There it is, Spider-Man.
My dog's excited. What are you talking about?
Come on, trailer number 2. We got all sorts of stuff in there. What'd you think?
No, I don't know.
You mean Iron Man 4?
Right.
Shut up, Phil.
Recording of Aunt May?
I hope so, man. If he Aunt May, get it, Tony. Get it.
Her biological clock is ticking for sure, but that's
right.
That would be great if Joe Pesci shows up. I'm gonna kill my dog, but that's no, she looks good.
The trailer was good. The trailer was what I thought it would be. It showed a lot more action.
I thought like the Vulture looked incredible.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
they did a good job. I mean,
they really selling it.
They laid some groundwork for how
Is
the movie.
Shocker in this?
Yes.
Okay, because there's that one shot when you saw the hand go down, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, that's the Shocker. I didn't know he was in this.
Yeah, the Shocker's in this. The Tinker, the Vulture. Possibly the rumor is that Donald Glover's playing the Prowler.
Oh, really?
So we'll see. Yeah.
Did we see him in a shot?
Yes, like
So
when
they're standing under like the L or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Because he plays Miles Morales in the cartoon, so I was like, wait, why is he there?
Well, he only voiced Miles in the first set of cartoons. He didn't keep going.
So I want to know what's up with that. They
filmed it. They filmed it in
the
Atlanta.
kid that he's buddies with that's the Miles Morales setup.
No.
Oh, come on. The kid with the Legos? He totally was playing Legos in the Miles Morales thing. It's that same kid. But he's with Parker instead of...
But that's not his name. His name is Ned Leeds. Who's Ned Leeds in the Spider-Man universe?
I don't know.
One of the Hobgoblins.
Yeah, the real Hobgoblin said the real Hobgoblin brainwashed him to act as the Hobgoblin for a while. Right. Yeah, and he was married to Betty Brant. Yeah.
Huh. All right.
So but it set up a lot of things here. We get damage control set up here. Rumors are that's why.
Boy, I hope it's as good as Powerless.
How dare you?
More DC trash.
That's the worst.
No, what they're setting up here is that, from what I think and what I've read is that Michael Keaton and those guys they all worked for Damage Control. Okay. And Tony Stark, after the events of Civil War and everything, kind of stepped in and made his own Damage Control. Like, had,
right. Well, it's like
automated everything and put these guys out of a job. And that's why.
Right.
But that's why they were able to pick up all this Shatari stuff because they were there to clean up after New York. They got all this stuff. The Tinker made these suits and they decided to start, robbing things and actually get vengeance on Tony Stark.
Interesting.
Again, part of the rumor. I don't know if it's all true. A lot of people are upset because they think that the trailer gave away too much.
I don't think so. I think that a lot of what you saw happens early in the film.
Yeah,
because we saw Tony takes the suit away, and I'm like, you know what? that has to happen. If I had to bet, that pivotal moment happens at about the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, I bet it does because the first hot toy that was announced for the Spider-Man Homecoming was that the handmade suit.
Yep.
So my guess is he's going to be in it for a decent portion of the movie.
I agree.
And
I think a lot is going to happen in that.
And I bet Tony doesn't give it back to him. I bet he goes back and steals it. That's how I see it.
He either steals it or he makes his own suit by the end that is a little bit more like what we know. It's not as high tech. I think we could see that, or it's going to end with him in that suit.
It's like $1 million suit. That's the one thing where
I think that it would be more. Well, maybe, but I think it would be more likely if he's going to show up in Infinity War that he gets it back in Infinity War,
or he gets it back and it gets blown to hell and he has to make a new one.
Or Tony makes the Iron Suit for Infinity War.
Oh, let that happen. That'd be awesome.
So, a lot of things could happen, but I think I'm hyped for the movie. I think it's going to be great. Although the rumors are now that what's her face from Sony came out and kind of was blabbing her mouth saying that, after the sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming, he might not be in the MCU anymore.
Yeah, but you know what? That was already disproven. They said that she misspoke, that they have a 3-picture deal of Spider-Man films.
Right.
So it is 3 movies, and they're not counting this crossover like Civil War or Infinity War.
He's got 3.
It's 3
Spider-Man trilogy, right? And then he's got 3 movies to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right. So her saying that, either she was misquoted or she was saying it. I don't believe it. I don't believe that. I think that the deal is in place. The only thing is they have an escape hatch if this thing tanks, which, give me a break.
Well, here's what
they're going to get a bucket of money for this.
I'm thinking this came out more of a negotiation ploy because Sony, there's lots of rumors with Sony trying to sell off the movie piece because they're hemorrhaging money. They've been losing money on this for the last, I don't know, since.
Well, and now they're talking about building this Venom universe, an R-rated Venom universe that's outside of the MCU. That means they won't be using Spider-Man. Which is like, are you trying? They are probably thinking, hey, we have this character. We can do these R-rated things like we did Deadpool, or like Deadpool was, and make that our Deadpool, our R-rated Marvel universe.
Well, they're really dumb if they don't tie in with Marvel because they have.
I agree.
I think I said this last week on my show. They have the perfect setup here for it because the next movie after Homecoming that Tom Holland's going to be in will be in Infinity War.
Right. In
Infinity War, more than likely, we saw some set pieces, and it looked like they were in space because he was there with Star-Lord.
Yes.
Right.
So there is a way
That's
to
where
attach.
the suit should come
give 5 seconds of screen time to a little suit attaching itself to Peter.
Yep.
You give Peter the black suit in Infinity War Part 2, and guess what? You've got Venom. You've got Venom.
You've got a perfect way to build it. And if they make money off this thing, they either are positioning it to sell it off and say, look at how valuable this is. Mm-hmm. But if you're going to try and develop this Venom stuff, this is your perfect entree point. It really is. Although I do like the idea of Life being the prequel.
I was just about to say that. Like,
do you think that's real?
If Life would have been the movie came out, right?
Yeah, but the writers were still saying, we are not ruling out the fact that could be.
Well, because they wrote a Venom script. They you guys wanted to be a part of it,
but the fact that they're announcing a film after Life is out, they could easily just do a Venom film and show us one little clip from Life, and it would make you go like, "Oh my God, it was real!"
Yeah, but you know what? Though, they would have been dumb because Life is making $4 or $5 million last weekend. Compared to Power Rangers and everything else.
Right.
If they would have given
Power Rangers didn't do that well.
It did $40 million.
Not well. That's not what they
expected. Talking about not well.
That's not what they
expected to do.
No, that's not what they expected.
Yes, it is what they expected.
No, it has to do a lot. It has to do a lot better internationally. Otherwise, that is going to be a dead property.
No, it won't.
Yep.
No.
It's going to do well internationally, but if for some reason it doesn't, we're not going to see another Power Rangers movie with this budget. You're going to see it drop way back, and they're going to try to salvage it. And then if that doesn't work, it becomes, trash heap for a while. I'm telling you.
But weren't the last Power Ranger movies they did theatrically like 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I remember being in college and watching when the first one came out. and it got a big splash culturally. It had a really hot soundtrack. I still have the CD here on my shelf for the soundtrack.
I'm sorry.
What's a
I have
CD?
the soundtrack.
No,
CD.
I'm sorry. You have the CD.
It's really cool. It's got a lot of fun songs on it.
It's no
Yeah.
turtle wrap though.
Hang on. Where did that go?
I bet you can bust out the turtle wrap, right?
I can, but Power Rangers has already made $65 million worldwide on a $100 million budget. It's fine, Rob. In a week, in a weekend, half a week. I'm not defending the movie. I didn't love the movie. I saw the movie, but you are wrong. This movie will get its sequel.
Was it a good movie?
Actually, it was not bad.
All right.
Hey,
I thought the trailer
Chris,
looked good, but
Yeah.
don't you hate it when mom and dad fight?
I
I'm
love
not
it
fighting
when
with, I'm not
when
fighting
Scott
with
shows
anybody,
his,
so no.
Scott shows his CDs from 1,000 years ago.
I
Scott,
know
hold that
Big
back
Mom.
up.
Here you go. The original soundtrack.
Oh.
Holy cow.
Yep, I've got it.
I reviewed that movie on League Geeks. Ivan Ooze was fantastic.
I will have to bust out. I do have the
Who's with a Z?
12-inch remix of the turtle rap or whatever that
The
is. I'll have to bust
Ninja
that
rap
out.
with Vanilla Ice.
Yep, I'll have to
Jeez.
bust that out here at some point.
Ninja rap, ninja rap. Go ninja, go.
Is there truly any way I can have less respect for the movie?
I think you're leaving the. I think you're leaving a C off of that word.
What?
So I saw
crap.
Life, and actually Life was pretty good as a movie. It
Was it
wasn't
good?
the greatest, but it wasn't bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you would tag into that movie
Sure.
a end of the teaser, something that tied into Spider-Man for real,
Well, they could
that
absolutely
movie
do it.
would have
They
made
totally love
10
that.
times what it went for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
Because
what I'm saying
everybody
is,
would want to see it.
but what I'm saying is, and this is what it kind of smelled like to me. They were trying to pull an Abrams, and Abrams wouldn't necessarily tip that it was a Venom movie. They put the rumor out there. It's got you thinking about it. The problem is they're not Abrams. They keep fumbling the ball with this kind of stuff. It was a perfect chance to do a real Abrams, like you did with Cloverfield. But I'm telling you, it could be.
Even at the end of the day, Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane told you it was tied in. This doesn't do any of that.
All it did was say the name Cloverfield. It didn't show us anything. It didn't tell us anything. There were no characters referenced. They didn't talk about New York. They didn't talk about any of it.
I mean, do you think that the reason we're getting all these Venom rumors, between the Life movie and now Sony announcing, no, they're going to do a solo Venom movies, they want more, like Lil said, Sony's looking to sell off the movie stuff. Do you think they're doing this?
They're trying to add value into it.
They're trying
to
to
see if they have a property that they can do
take
something
Venom
with.
off their hands.
Yeah. But Sony does not do great with its movie properties. And they're going to make money off of this, but they could also see. Here's the thing. If this works for them, isn't it more beneficial for them to keep a relationship with Marvel and keep making money when they weren't pulling that together on their own?
Possibly.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that does make sense, but
Is that the Bruce Campbell opinion?
Yeah, but I wonder.
Yes,
I wonder.
yes.
If,
Bruce Campbell opinion?
I wonder
Bruce
if there's
Campbell's
like
joined
behind.
the podcast.
I say
wonder if-
groovy.
Is there do you think there's a lot of behind the scenes drama between Marvel and Sony? That's why Sony doesn't want to
Absolutely.
keep
No,
the.
I don't think there's between the two of them. I think there's just a lot of behind the scenes drama between Sony themselves.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying,
fighting between them
there's
all
a
the time.
reason they don't want to make money with Marvel.
Right. Marvel makes money off of anything. I mean, Doctor Strange made $225 million domestically, and it's Doctor Strange. It's not.
Well, that's what I'm
Spider-Man.
saying.
Well, look
Yeah,
at
that's what I'm
Deadpool.
saying.
Come
Why
on.
doesn't Sony want to make money with them then?
They're about to make a solid gold planet worth out of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So, my God, the hype on that is unreal. Those character sheets that came out this week were awesome. All they are pictures. And I'm like, loving it. Loved it all.
Yeah, they're on the box. They're on they're marketing for them. I mean, they're on everything. I even saw them on like men's underwear.
Oh, God,
I was
yeah.
like, I didn't want anybody to know that.
There's going to be Guardians toilet
that
paper.
his
What are
name
you
is
talking
Groot.
about?
That I call him Baby Groot.
When did you start wearing underwear?
He hasn't worn one on the podcast in a couple of episodes, that's for sure.
I went to Box Office Mojo, worldwide, Doctor Strange did $677 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's
Gotta
decent
say
coin.
that Power Rangers number is impressive too.
Well, I mean, like you're just talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. Who would have thought we'd be getting multiple movies of Guardians of the Galaxy before they
Right.
announced all that? Who knew Guardians of the Galaxy
Chris Pratt
before
did.
the movie?
Okay, he did. Yeah, Christopher Pratt certainly hoped. Holy
That's why he
cow.
signed up to do Jurassic Park. Hey, I don't know if this is going to work out. Let me get another one.
Yeah. I'll take 6, please.
Yes.
What else happened this week? Now we're going to run out of time because we were talking about that so much.
Did you read that there was some rumor that Aaron Sorkin at whatever comic thing was last week said he's talking to both DC and Marvel in some capacity to either write or produce something with them?
Yes.
Yeah,
He's talking to
I
both
had
of
that
them. He's
here.
playing them against each other, too. He's
Well,
trying to raise his fee.
If they're looking to build character development, Aaron Sorkin might actually save DC because, like we talked
They
about
won't have
earlier.
him writing a movie, though.
Well, no, but
Watch, they'll give him Powerless to fix. Oh,
so Rob Lowe and who else will be in there? They'll hold it in the West Wing.
the West Wing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
Because he's written some good. I mean, he's
great. But he's just playing them against each other.
Oh, sure.
If I had to bet,
He wants Marvel.
they've already got their TV guy. It'll be Marvel that'll get him, and Marvel will use him for something
Iron Fist. Oh, I'm sorry.
unique. I haven't watched Iron Fist yet. I started it. There is something
Bad.
No, but there's something.
I mean,
about
it's
the
not
tone.
perfect, but
Something with the tone is off. So I'll let you know what I think after I actually get
There's a
through.
lot off with that show.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
just
so
too
far
much?
I'm halfway
go
through
too
the first
deep?
episode and it's off.
No, they didn't go too deep. They didn't give enough time, to our Danny Rand character, number one, train to learn how to fight.
well,
And with Iron Fist being the living weapon, he sure as hell wasn't a weapon.
Yeah.
what do you think? Do you think they had to throw?
Crybabied a lot?
Since this is the last one before Defenders, do you think they had to throw in a bunch of extra stuff, and that's why we didn't get as much Danny Rand stuff? Is because they had to throw in stuff to set up Defenders?
It could also be who the team is behind this. It's a different team each time. If you look at Daredevil, the team on that is pretty astounding. Jessica Jones, great team. It could be a different team, and that could be why we're seeing it differently. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was
Getting thin because those same guys that did Daredevil they're in Daredevil 3. They can't pull together Iron Fist during that.
I mean, I don't think it was a 19% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it wasn't a home run. It was
Not like
kind of a base hit,
Is it
got
better
on
than
base.
Daredevil 2?
Huh?
Is it better than Daredevil 2?
No.
Because Daredevil
See,
2, some of it was great and some of it was spotty.
But see, the thing is like Daredevil 2, you get the Punisher, and the Punisher was fantastic.
Oh, it
So,
was
I mean,
amazing. Yeah.
That took it to next level. I do think that it fell in some of the similar pitfalls with the Hand being the main villain or one of the main villains.
That's where they've got an issue, and that's going to be resolved with Defenders, but it's got to be resolved, and they got to get this villain thing right. They've gotten it right. Kingpin was probably the best villain Marvel has had. Purple Man was a great villain.
Well, they're bringing in Sigourney Weaver, so
Was she going to play a big purple person from Pandora?
No, she's going to be
she's
Ripley,
playing-
and they're going to
she's
bring
playing-
the alien in to start biting heads.
No, from the rumors I've heard, she's basically playing Zool. She's going to be possessed by some kind of demon.
Really?
what? She
Does
be
that
the head
mean
of the
Rick
hand,
Moranis is
maybe?
coming back?
Yeah,
I was
she's
gonna
probably
say,
the head of the hand.
She's
or
going to be in her
something.
kitchen, and her eggs are going to fry right on the counter. She's going to be like,
Bill Murray's going to be in it. It's going to be great.
They didn't even hire Sigourney Weaver. They just spliced in Ghostbusters 1 and 2 into
There
it.
is no Dana, only Zor.
There's no data, only the
And
Zool.
you see the Defenders just fighting air, and then you see the picture.
Marshmallow.
It flipped to her, and
wait, that sounds like a better fight scene than Iron
Fist.
Fist has.
It really does. It's
Is Vigo going to be in there? Vigo the
Oh,
Carpathian.
You know what?
Oh,
Everything you just said is still better than Powerless, no matter what.
that's right.
That's true.
It's Milla time.
Let's see. We got the first look at Tomb Raider. She looks right. I don't know who she is, but she looks right for Tomb Raider.
Sure.
I hope it's good. I think that's a property that could be really cool. Dare we hope we actually get a video game property movie that's right?
Don't get crazy.
Nope.
I mean, other than Super Mario Brothers.
Not until I see Legend of Zelda on the big screen.
Oh, please. Be awesome.
They do. They had it on a web series and it was great.
What, Legend of Zelda?
No, they did. What the heck was the name of it? I'm drawing a blank.
Because they're doing a Legend of Zelda series on Netflix at some point.
Oh, it's called The Legend of Neil. It's a parody. It's fantastic.
I think that Netflix is going to get it right because I think they're doing Castlevania right. I think they'll get Link right. So that's going to work.
So
I'm still down.
Yeah, but I don't want Zelda to be on it. I want Zelda
I want live action.
I want it to be like Lord of the Rings. I mean, that's what they need.
Game of Thrones with the Khaleesi.
Yeah, no, I don't need it to be Game of Thrones.
Zelda's topless the entire time.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Okay, Link is topless the entire time.
Okay, now you're talking.
Link is
Now a little bit.
the whole show from
Wow, Edward.
Hi guys.
R-rated
Wow.
Edward over here.
Hey, cut it out.
What's the evil magician dude's name? I can't remember. I'm
Ganon.
Yeah.
Ganon's,
Yeah.
Like, always on he's on like on the bed, daybed. Hi guys.
Lil is playing Ganon?
I'll
That would
take
be
it.
fantastic.
I'll take it.
Petting a cat like a Bond villain.
That's right.
Oh,
$1 million. It would be.
Why don't we do the Macarena of Time?
Cast this? Oh well.
That's it. Recast. Lil, you're in.
That's
You'll
fine.
take the check.
I'll take it. Well, heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Adam Sandler signs up for 4 more movies on Netflix.
No, let's not
Oh.
talk about that. We talk about that every week. It's awful.
Oh, it's awful. Has anyone watched any of those yet?
Nope.
I forget about them until somebody brings them up again, and then I
Which
drink
is
some
Rob
more
Southgate
and forget
movie.
about them.
Yeah. I mean, I watched Joe Dirt 2, and that was awful. And I think these are probably in the same category. And that was awful. The first one was awful. I just had to do it. I just was like, I'm going to force myself to watch something. And it was like, ugh.
The first one was semi-funny.
No, you know what? They forgot how to write a joke. Terrible.
It's David Spade. What do you expect?
Yeah. I hear he's going to team up with Zack Snyder and make $1 million. Colin Farrell joins Eva Green in Dumbo. I don't care. I'm done talking about that. Robert Rodriguez is in talks to direct Escape from New York. 5 stars. I'm in. Take my money. Take my pen.
I don't need that movie to be remade.
Oh, come on. Robert Rodriguez is going to make it sweet.
Make a new movie. Why
They
can't
will.
he
He
make
will.
a new? No.
He will.
Why can't he make a different movie?
He will make a new movie that is in that universe. I'm telling you, it's not going to be a remake. He doesn't do remakes. He did Predators. Predators broke the mold and did a great job. He's going to make something like that. It's a B movie, crazy ass Escape from New York film. That's what I'm after. I'm ready for it.
All right, we'll see. I don't believe it.
Okay. I hope I'm right.
Okay.
What else haven't we talked about?
You getting any voicemails?
No.
That's me.
No.
Shall we give out that number? We have a voicemail. Hey, you can leave us a voicemail anytime during the week. It's 702-907-8944. And that is in the show notes, both for YouTube and for the podcast. So definitely leave us voicemails. Tell us what you're excited to watch. Tell us what you think. Get your jokes in about Phil, because God knows we do. And use that. 702-907-8944. Or 702-907-TWIG. The worst. I'll give it social media too. Follow us on Twitter at SMG_TWIG. Shall we give some social media right now?
Yes.
Scott, give yours.
I am on Twitter at Scotty Smurf.
Excellent. And Chris?
I can be found at theblueboxcafe.com or Blue Box Cafe or Blue Box Cafe 176 on social media.
And Phil?
Follow me on Twitter at Nightwing PDP and check out all my podcasts and blogs at philparrish.wordpress.com.
Excellent. And Lil.
Wait, you have a blog you actually can write? You can follow me on Twitter.
You're the worst. Phil's
On
actually
Twitter.
good, man.
You can follow me on Twitter at LOGEEKZ.
Wow, and he's just throwing shade at Phil.
You don't have to be
Hey,
able
Lil.
to read or write to adjust insurance.
Lil, you got any?
Oh!
No, the gecko does
I
all
don't
the
adjust
work.
insurance, my friend.
You're a shooter
Buttered
now?
and
This is-
sure.
oh, that's about it. So, Alil, you have any contests going?
Actually, no, we're done.
All right. No
I
more
didn't
contests.
win. Damn it.
No more contests.
No.
All right. I say that's it. Amy Schumer's not going to be Barbie tier.
Enough said.
I'd say that's it. Enough said. We'll be back next week, not with episode 100. It'll be episode 99.7, I believe, because Alil's not going to be here. So we can't do it without money. So we'll be back next week with more This Week in Geek. Oh, and watch our new YouTube show where we do little snippets and we do reaction videos. Chris and I did like 5 of them tonight. So watch those. That's it.
All right.
That's that.
Enough said.
See you in 2 weeks, A Butter.
A butter.
Hey,
I like that.